Very good evening, everyone. I'm Unnati Barolia, and today I'll be dealing with the topic Mediated Identities, Exploring Stereotypes and Cultural Perceptions in Media. These are my personal information, table of content, and let's begin. Meaning and its scope. The term media is defined as various channels and is also through the channels and conduits through which communication takes place, encompassing print, electronic, and audiovisual forms. And it includes traditional forms and newer forms. Traditional forms we can include that television, newspaper, radios, and all. And in newer forms, we can consider digital media such as emails, videos, and all. Like while people often refer to the media as a collective, singular entity that implies mainstream or dominant media like major news outlets. The scholarly understanding includes all forms of communication channels and products, distinguishing them from direct face-to-face interactions or conversations. Yes, the power of representation, like how they represent a particular topic or a thing. Like here, we'll see that gender dynamics in social media, like how women are women outnumber men in every age group on social networking sites globally and spend more time on these platforms. The strong female presence on social media is reshaping traditional media models and impacting content creations. Like, and the other one is challenges from traditional media companies. Like many media companies struggle to adopt the, we can say, online behaviors or of the ongoing ongoing stuff. The shift towards network interest-based communities is challenging for traditional media to monetize effectively. The innovative artistic representation, that the concept of creating portraits combined during the, like here we can see that how during there was the use of paintings, hand paintings, like, and how now we just give a prompt and we can get an image created out of that. So yes, and the media influence and stereotypes, that media subtle influence, like articles and images that stayed in the newspaper could still subtly impact how jurors perceived the trial. Example, we can say that how media is like portraying any of the news. Here I've taken the example of athletes, and how usually also the African Americans, the racism is will never end. I think so. And yes, their portrayal of we can see that how they portray them. And the cultural stereotypes and perceptions, according to German Berner, perception is not purely objective. It's influenced by past experience, needs, and cultural beliefs. Yes, obviously we know that stereotypes are based on the event which an individual have faced. So example, we can take a child is there, he or she has seen some of the, like we can say, mental harassment in the family. So obviously it will gonna be like create a news or such. The double-edged sword of social media. Social media's rise, yes, it is for the entertainment, learning, and staying update. Now, a psychological impact, yes. The World Health Organization reports mental health issue in like 10 to 20% kids and in teenagers. Like how they get addicted with a particular social media sites, and it creates into the anxiety and addiction towards that. Political influence. Politicians also use social media to sway public opinions, and it also helps during the time of elections. Like we also know that news channel will obviously will going to broadcast it later, but the this social medias are the one like handy tools. Like they'll click a photo or they'll just, and it will get viral with the help of internet within a seconds. So yes, it helps a lot. Media's portrayal of the poor. Yes. Over representation of African Americans. So yes, over here there's a USA president, uh, 42nd president during the 1993 to 2001. Still Collins was a president, and during that time he was about like he was on his journey to pledge for the president his power. So at that time he pledged that he'll look on for the welfare of the nation and will look at everything. At that time, what media does is, did that was they portrayed most of the poverty, and here we can see they were portrayed. Okay, while African Americans made up 27% of the poor in the US, they were portrayed as 49% of the poor in this magazine which I have cited. In contrast, white were underrepresented in the media compared to their actual poverty rates. So here we can see that whites were, although were, but still they were highlighting the black ones. Stereotypical portrayals. While stereotypical traits such as criminal behavior, drug use, and alcohol were not common in magazine photographers. Okay, so at that time, what we can see that criminal activities were also there. So they just portrayed in such manner. Yes. Okay. So I'll conclude here by cultural studies in media emphasize the profound influence media has on shaping cultural norms, values, and identities. It views media as both a reflection of and an influence on society, highlighting how power dynamics, ideologies, and social structures are reproduced or challenged through media content. The field encourages a critical engagement with media to understand its role in perpetuating or disrupting narratives related to race, gender, class, and other social concerns. This I'm excited, and thank you. Now, if anybody is having any questions, please feel free to ask.
My question is, why is cultural perception important in media?
Okay, cultural perception is important in media analysis because, as I mentioned, that with the help of we can say various media tools, internet, and all, there is I personally think that it's very much important because it give you information within minutes or seconds, we can say. So here I can fit that. Yes. Next.
Yes, please put some light on how to media representation affect identity information.
Okay. Media representation on identity formation. Okay, so it depends on an individual, their own perception. Like what I feel, it's not necessary or compulsory that the other would feel the same. So that it depends on individual. So yes. Thank you. This is from my side.